Good morning, it's DTM. And one thing I've noticed is that nobody gets enough fitness, okay? Human beings have been working and walking and lifting and moving and surviving. I'm not saying to kill yourself, but I just want to encourage my friends, especially my female friends, sometimes they're afraid to lift weights. We're gonna do a little workout here just real quick, just as an inspiration. I don't plan on impressing anybody with how buff I am, okay? I'm like basically a yogi. I rebound and I go to the gym maybe once or twice a week. I do this thing called stretch and flex for my joints and my ligaments. And I do a lot of hiking and cycling, and then every once in a while I'll get out for some kayaking or paddle boarding. Anyhow, it's just very important, especially as we age, but at all stages of the game. When you're like a 1-year-old baby, you need to exercise, like move your legs and learn to walk. And then when you're a teenager, you need to burn up all that crazy food you're eating. And then as a young adult, you need to, get out and get fitness and move your body. And I'm not talking about like killing yourself, and you don't want to overtrain, and you don't want to become an exercise addict either, but as part of a balanced life. And I'm particularly talking to many of my women friends that are in my mind right now. They just have a resistance to physical training. And I'm telling you, once you get started, at first you're like, well, I don't really want to do it, and then once you start walking, or once you start lifting, or once you start riding, then you're like, oh, you start breathing and you're absorbing in all the cosmic rays, and then you start to be, oh, I'm glad I'm doing this. And then when you're done, you're like, oh my God, thank God. So it's a concept that I came up with years ago when I was a bodybuilder. And I noticed it all the time. There's resistance to exercise. And it was this I had this philosophy, just get through the door, because you'd always be dragging, like, oh, maybe I'm overtrained, maybe I need to miss. And so you get to the door, and about only maybe 5 or 10% of the time when you were dragging like that, it was like, okay, I actually am overtrained. I need another day or two of rest, and then I'll come back and hit the gym. But about 90-95% of the time, if you get through the doors, you're like, okay, I was just kind of being lazy, and that's the ego and the conditioning, and it knows what's ahead. It's like, we're going to be pushing through this thing. Now, there's disciplined workouts, and they do that when you're younger, you do that. But as you get more mature, you just go have fun. You go to the gym and you have fun. You go for a walk, you go for a hike, you go for a cycle, and you have fun. And any other activity, gardening is really good. Anything you can do to move your body, to keep your muscles strong, to keep your legs and your feet and your mobility and your joints. Yoga is really good. I do that, only once or twice a week. I used to do it, well, I do it every day right here, but I'm talking about going to a more hardcore yoga class. I do 20 minutes of yoga every day just to warm up, and then I come and do 20 minutes of rebounding, And then once or twice a week, I'll go over here to the hot yoga studio and I'll do some hot yoga. And then they have this cold dip. So you're sweating, then you go in this ice cold bath, primo. Can you dig it? So I'm gonna do a little workout here just for my own self, but also anyone can do this. And join me if you want, like for women, I don't know, get some 10s or 15s. I got some 30s here. I got some 30s and 40s. I'm gonna use the 30s today and just do a bicep workout just to keep the arms toned. That's the main thing about the women and the men. Everybody, there's the chubby, flubby, flabby. It's not a big deal. It's just a body. But if you get on a healthier whole foods diet and you get on a, exercise regimen, which it's not even called exercise, you just go out and have fun. Like, I'm gonna have fun with this, okay? So let's get started, easy as pie. Okay, I got my little 30s here, okay? And I'm just gonna do, and anybody can do this. Just pick out your weight and go. And this is just bicep curls. Do you wanna work your triceps? You wanna work your I'm not able to count. How many was that? You want to work your shoulders, your biceps, your triceps, your abs, your chest, your shoulders, your upper back, your lower back, your quads, your calves, and everything in between. So all the different exercises will add to it. I gotta focus. I don't know how many that it is, but like I said, I'm not going to impress anybody, especially with my form either, but I'm like, I don't care about form. I just want to get, I just want to feel it, get the circulation. Everybody always talks about your form, and you're like, well, you're sitting at home on a computer. So I'm doing it. Other people too with their videos. They have no videos. They're complaining about yours. They don't have the balls to make their own damn videos and share your philosophy with the world so you can get your ass kicked. Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention rebounding. Rebounding is really good for you. All of the different. And the more that you do, the more variety of exercises that you do, the more well-rounded and well-shaped your muscle definition is going to be. So that was what I wanted to say about that. Everybody's interested in the diet, but no one wants to go out and exercise. But the more fresh living foods that you eat, the more energy you'll have. And then it isn't even exercise. You're just like, I gotta go have fun because you have life force. But if you are always on the lower vibrational foods, you're not gonna have, that's why it's good to drink juice and then go exercise. And then eat whatever you want after that. But if you try to exercise on like the heavy foods, you'll be tired and lethargic, okay? All right, y'all. DTM. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Aloha.